Hi. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Sabin.
Yay. I tried to dress up a little bit, but I don't have much going on. Look at all these beautiful souls here. Thank you all for being here. I hope everybody's having a nice Halloween. It's on Friday, too. That's cool. Having it on Friday. The weather on the East Coast is nice. Um, I don't know. How's everybody's weather? I know it was raining up north. Um,
We had days of rain, and thankfully
yeah,
we got a really pretty day today.
yeah,
And I got to admit, I didn't get out in it as much as I could have, but I hope it stays this pretty.
yeah. We had a lot of rain too, and that went up. It flooded like Brooklyn in a part of Brooklyn. It is crazy. It was a lot of rain. It really was. Um, we, we're in Scorpio season.
Hmm.
Where it's Halloween. Tomorrow is the Day of the Dead, and well, now I'm forgetting everything.
Um, the day of Halloween was originally, if I understood correctly, it was a holiday celebrating following harvests, and it was considered a pretty significant day for communing with those who have gone to the other side or gone to
Mhm.
another realm.
Yes, that
And we always appreciated this day. It was actually when I was studying Wicca way back in the day. It was actually
yeah,
one of my favorite days. And
yeah.
I want to acknowledge, by the way, I do have a tradition behind me that is about celebrating Earth cycles, and I do sometimes remember it with a lot of joy. Um,
Mhm.
I hope it's okay to inform you all. I do struggle with this a little bit because it's different from a value that traditional Christianity places on the world. And I don't know why, but I still fight myself on what I truly want to feel about it. But what I truly want to feel is this was always a day I felt was great to celebrate and commune with other people and enjoy ourselves. And I feel like it's a good day to be here, be
Yeah.
online.
Well, and last night was All Hallows Eve. Today was Halloween. It's Halloween. The Day of the Dead tomorrow. All Souls Day. Um, and on the 5th, well, the 4th is Election Day. Make sure if you can vote, if there's something going on, there's 52,000 elections in the United States this November 4th, 5th, 5th. I always get the day mixed up. Anyway, it's really important. This is a serious time in our politics. Um, and Scorpio season, right, is a death and rebirth cycle. Like Kayleigh was just saying, I believe it's the last harvest, and everybody gets together and they get all the food stored for the winter and things like that. Um, it's important to know, fall, everything is being uh, kind of going to sleep. Going down into where we go inside for the winter, and we thank God we have all the. I'm just going to say thank you for all the water, the electricity, plumbing, all that stuff. I mean, imagine not having that before. But this death and rebirth season is serious. Scorpio is serious, but our Scorpio instincts help us create our authenticity. Your Scorpio essence is create your boundaries and your that's a form of your protection. Scorpio is the zero in the astrology I learned because it is a boundary. It puts you, you put yourself in a bubble. I literally put myself in bubbles. In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we take a few deep breaths? And I usually do this before I come live. I say a few things and wrap us all in a gold sparkly bubble of unconditional love. And then I put a pink plasma cloud of protection and truth, and a violet flame for any, so no distortions can come in. So I always do this like triple layer bubble. I do it to all Mother Earth, all life on her, and I just say thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. Let's take a few deep breaths. And put your hand on your heart. And I, I go right into gratitude, because gratitude just automatically enhances the energy, calms the energy, and unconditional love and truth. And thank you for my next best step. So that's for all of us. But Scorpio season this year is going to be quite interesting because of the politics. I mean, let's just be honest. Election day is coming. It's what it is. All the things that are going on, that they are trying to, trying to see how far they can push the people, and by the size of the No King's protests, I don't think that's going to go over too well. But we have a lot to, we have a lot to prepare for this winter. It's pretty, I don't know, I see it as pretty serious, but I also see us as persevering despite anything that's coming at us. I think we're going to stand together and rise above it. Hi, Randy. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Maureen Domic. I can't ever say Demico. Gina, hi. Viviani, thank you so much. Carl Hess. Let me go back up here. How's everybody feeling? We got Leah Omega. Carl Hess, CJM. They have all the weird at signs, so not everybody is who I know them to be. At Brina41. Let's see. And, if you want, put your questions in caps, and we will definitely get to you. My account is still being processed for whatever reason. They took my membership thing away and took all that away because I didn't do the AdSense. I don't know what that is, so I'm trying to figure that out.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's just always something, They said they would get back to me, but it's been about over a week and a half now. So, let's see. Hi, Sue Toffee. You can ask now about your mom here. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, we can definitely put your question in, Sue Toffee, if you have one. It is so good to see everybody. It has been quite hyper for me. The electricity runs through my body, and it just is always spiking because the sun, the solar flares and things like that. I'm really sensitive to them, and it's just us processing energy. If anyone else is sensitive to them, it helps to remove pain, trauma, blocks, deep-seated pain, trauma, and blocks. As it delivers light codes. So it's very helpful. And we're in a solar maximum 25. And we have Comet 3i Atlas out there, but it's, more than a comet, I think. I think it's a sentient being, but I think all crystals and rocks are. So let's see. I'm starring everybody. Yeah, Lee, it was really rough yesterday. It was weird. Solar flares, yes, Mandy. It is just, and in Scorpio season, right, that is like you're purging. it's going to come up and it's got to come out, you know, and that's okay because we need to make room for what we prefer.
I have to acknowledge I used to have a real hard time with Scorpio season because I've got Scorpio on the cusp of my 12th. And yeah, that's meaning kind of the sun is traveling on a journey through my soul. And
yes, it is.
Huh?
Yes, it is.
So I'll tell you what, I used to, when in my younger days, I would get to the end of sun being in Scorpio, and as soon as it was coming into Sag, where my ascendant is in early Sag, I'd have a party, and I'd raise a toast to surviving another October-November cycle, and it was a pretty fun ritual. These days, I don't notice a problem with it. I noticed that we get more comfortable using our minds to negotiate with the energy we're experiencing. But yeah, we do sometimes notice a day where we don't know what's happening, and we can go and look at it. We can find a little hint, but we still have to figure out, we still have to ride the wave for whatever reason. It may be ride it may be sort it out and rechannel it, but knowing stuff doesn't always give us every single idea about how to do the best we can without a lot of help.
That's a good point. No, we still have to all grow and learn, you know, through contrast and, you know, division. And Scorpios, you know, let's say this. I always say this. We are all signs. We have 12 houses. You have a house of Scorpio in there somewhere, and that part of you, wherever in whatever house it's in, is what is mainly triggered for your chart for you. And you know, Scorpio actually really helps us, but if you know, it's if you're not being honest with yourself, that's when it's really difficult. If you will accept and go through the layers of challenges, because you know, like when Kayleigh went out into the woods to wake up, I bet you that had to do something with her Scorpio because it was hitting her 12th house of her soul and her, you know, who am I? That hitting that real hard, and they want to find out. You know, that's what Scorpio does. It uncovers what is masking it, what's hiding it, what are you, you know, fearful of coming out, and that helps us get rid of all of those fears. You know, but it takes time, and it goes on in layers. It's not a one and done with Scorpio, but we're going to make it. We're going to have, I believe we're going to have a really good Scorpio season in the respect of the outer world, the politics, the way things are. Like everything is coming up and going, what are we doing? Why are we looking at this? You know, just for instance, SNAP. In a way, this will be good because if they see how ridiculously low they pay people, and because of that, people have to go get SNAP because their corporation or their job won't pay them a decent living wage. You know, maybe things will change, but we are in a huge change process for the next few years. So anything is on the table. Anything is possible. Let's see, and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see. Sue Toffee, you changed your question. Hi, CEV12. And Craig Dixon's here. Hi. Christine's here. Hi. Okay. I think we have everybody. So let's see. We're going to start with, let's go with Sue Toffee's new question. I know she's struggling. May I please have a message from Mama Lee? Her name is Van. She passed December 2012. She was only 62. So unfair. My mommy is the best hearted soul. Okay. It's never easy. Let's see what the other question is.
I have to ask, I thank the Holy Spirit. I have to ask you, do you know why she would be doing a heart out of stones on the ground?
Aww.
I'm seeing, it's beautiful. It's a heart out of stones.
That is so cool. And I got another question from her. Will I get a job ASAP? We'll ask your mom and we'll ask about your job. That is cool. Heart in stones. I would. Let's see. Is she saying? See, Toffee, do you have any comment on that? Oh, wow, Gina. Gina has Venus in Scorpio, yeah.
I learned to tone her down.
You really do, yeah.
I feel like if you could write a book about that, there'd be a lot of folks I could think of who would benefit from it.
Right? I mean, that's probably the most intense, and wherever you have that is, but it's what you love and value, and there is no compromise with what you love and value normally. That yeah, we evolve, we change, we grow, we want a different, uh, I don't know, relationship, different house, whatever it is based on what you love and value, and Scorpios are not going to compromise on that. Hi, Denise McMillan. All right, so let's go back to Seed Toffee. I guess we don't have an answer on. I would say just my first instinct was to say she's just showing you that her love is very deep and set in stone is what I heard when you first said it. So
I have to ask, I asked in the Holy Spirit, do we have any idea if there's another message? She keeps gesturing at it and asking her, can you show me a little bit better? She's jumping into the heart and kind of standing in it and putting her arms.
that is so cool.
I think the heart set in stone, like, it is long lasting. It is a permanent fixture. Hold on. Why is she asking me to look at her better? Oh, she's saying the act of placing the stones has a relevance. It is a purposeful act. It is a creation to show a lasting family care, family love. It is divine in nature. It does linger. It stays. It is felt like a heart of the land. She's shaking her head fiercely. She's trying to just say, I made it. I made this. I made this for you. I think that's the gesture I'm giving is that she would like you to notice that her heart says she loves you and she's still maintaining a purposeful awareness of it. And I'll let you notice that the act of creating it is somehow important. It's hard to put it any better than she didn't ask me to say more than that. So I guess we'll just let it be there for that part of your question, unless something else comes in.
Yeah, I'm getting that. It's like she would give you a bouquet of flowers. This is her gesture to you. Loves you very much. And I got acceptance, and you see all the little butterflies going through the door of light. And it says, accept others and yourself, welcome new opportunities. But I'm really getting accept that her soul transitioned when it did. Like all of our souls are in charge of that day. It is not, to me, it's not a random thing. I mean, I can't go in further than that, but she loves you and she's always with you. And if we could see it from her side, there is no separation. She sends you messages every time you think of her. She's right there. Like they are right there with us. And we can cultivate that relationship just by speaking to them. asking for assistance or guidance or just a hug or something. Did you want to look at why, if she's going to get a new job?
Yeah.
Coffee.
I asked the Holy Spirit. I don't know what to inform you of, except that she does still keep interested in what we're talking about. She's not a drop in and head out. She's here, remaining here. She wants
Yeah.
to notice how your life is.
Yes.
I feel like she knows something and she's giving a hint. And she looks kind of like she's smiling. She's smiling and nodding. I think this is in relation to the other part of the question. She's doing a mysterious smile now. I don't understand her. I think she's hint. If I understand what I'm looking at there, she's kind of giving a satisfied expression, and I feel like her hope would be, and I notice how to put this better. What I feel she is anticipating too is that you will discover a path of creator love, creator bounty, that is about doing more what you love, what you enjoy. And I feel like she's looking a little frustrated with me. She's saying she knows something, she's happy about it. It's a good idea to let you know that much. Now I'm not going to ask her anymore because I don't want to muddle it.
Yeah, she's just saying that she's just being the love she is. She's happy to be here with us and as always with you. And I got bravery. So face the unknown with bravery. Trust your steps. Okay, and you see all those options. All these lights are options.
Please be forewarned that this video is going to be.
I forgot to turn my phone on.
Oh.
I could swear I did it. And so bravery and blessings. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. Now, I just heard your mom say, ask it for what you would prefer in detail. Like, put your order into the universe. I have this card, too, that says, let spirit guide you and take meaningful action. Taking meaningful action is speaking it into existence, is writing down the details of what you would prefer to experience. Dreams become reality when combined with purposeful intent and action. So I for one see you getting a really nice offer as soon as you put your order into the universe. That's how I'm seeing it. It's like we're at this stage now, not just because of Scorpio season, but we're at this stage of the ascension, evolution, elevation process where we have to own our power. We have to speak from our heart what it is we prefer in every moment, and that is how you create life. We were taught the absolute opposite of that, and it's very hard to get into that habit of doing that. Like, I know for the longest time I felt like I was being, greedy or something, or wasting, interfering with God's plan and stuff. That's not it at all. You really are a spark of the divine.
I have to mention, Valerie, I think Van was showing me something. She was kind of coming around your head, and she kept drawing this sort of white bubble around your head and was like, going, I'm putting something in there. I'm putting something in there. And then it was before you were just answering right now, and I feel like she looks pretty satisfied. Like, I think she's feeling like she got that in there.
She really wants me to say that. Okay, and I just heard, she said, I wasted so much of my life not speaking, not putting my order in. That's what she just said. And so many people have, right? How many people have died with their light still in them because they were taught that, everything's hard, it's an effort, you got to really put it all your effort into it and make things happen. It is so untrue. You are a spark of the divine. You were born a spark of the divine. We all have that ability to create with this energy around us by speaking it into existence, believing what we're saying, and having faith and trust in the universe, right? It's like the biggest trust fall ever. I say that all the time. I still, I have to remind myself. Hi, Janet. Bora's here. Hi, Erin. I just saw Venus. How are you? Kayleigh's here. Hi, Kayleigh. Good to see you. All right. So, Stu, I hope everything that made sense. We are going to go with CEV. Where'd it go?
I have to mention, I kept seeing her and she was getting very nodding a lot while you were saying that last part. And I think that was important for her to have expressed.
Yeah, I'm getting it's like right here, right now. She is very happy. It's like, okay, this is how I'm getting it. Tell me if you feel this. It's like she's so excited to share this secret information that she never had. It's like everybody it's like keeps going on about it.
She's pointing at her right ear and nodding like you're doing the right listening. It is the right listening.
Oh, thank you.
Venus, thank you so much. I just saw you sent me a donation and I really thank you. If you have a question, let's make sure that we can get to that one.
Okay, cool. So Kayleigh's got donations. Cool. I love that. Okay, Leah. May I please ask the outlook for making money moving forward? We all know it's how you
use it.
Okay, now see, I just got immediately, that's a limit. You're limiting yourself. There is no rules on how to use it. There really isn't. What's in your heart? And it seems like it's so foreign, right? Like to go into our hearts and to say, this is my biggest wish. These are my dreams. This is what I really would love to experience. It almost feels like that gets too much to ask, right? They're saying ask. This is no time to play around. We're in this energy now, and it's just going to keep coming into our awareness, into our vicinity, to make the choices in every moment that you prefer to experience without feeling guilty or blaming or shaming or, like, oh my God, I'm asking too much. I used to say that. I used to not talk to God because I thought I would interrupt him because he's too busy. I mean, it's the things we tell ourselves, right? God is in everything. It took me, a while to learn that. And you and I, we all speak into this energy around us, and it creates. We are actually living right now. We are living what we believe in and perceive. What our thoughts have, our imagination has dreamed up until this moment. This is what we're currently living, all of us. Sorry, I don't want to be going on a soapbox, but it seems very important to keep reiterating that. What do you have to?
I say that similarly feeling, I do believe that we are heard a lot more than we notice we are. One reason that we get a little bit convoluted in our thinking sometimes is we're hearing what a lot of other people are expressing. We're believing it as it's being placed into reality with that expression of it. And then we're having that becomes a boundary, a limitation, a wall, maybe a bridge, depending on what the person is expressing. Like Val is given a bridge right there. However, we want to be aware how another person is expressing does not have the authority to dominate our reality, generally speaking. It's when we accept it. Now, I do have that the Holy Spirit is kind of inclined to give us all a guidance boundaries that are about supporting a good life and supporting a good world and a good happiness. And we do want to mention that if we are questioning in ourselves what we're capable of, do ask for the Holy Spirit to show you what your real understanding can become. And we do have to go. I thank you, Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit would like to address one last thought there before I get caught up in what I was going to say to Leah. You do have to remember it was on purpose that Christ sacrificed himself. And he did speak it. He did say, I will tear down this temple and rebuild it in 3 days. He himself expressed it. So I sometimes hear some flack in the spirit realm from being saying, he didn't kill himself. He sacrificed himself as a person, knowing that divinity worked through him and caused it to be experienced. That said, we know he had a good reason, and the purpose was to help celebrate the Creator rather than the successes we can draw down in creation. A little bit more love of the Creator from anyone helps us out a whole bunch. And we want to recall that we can love and adore how the Creator is doing our world, a reality, but we don't want to remember it like the world is the magic. It's that the Creator is doing the magic. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. It really does. I remember when I thought very, very, very badly about that concept, and I've come to understand it in a new light. Value the Creator even more than the creation, and you'll understand why when you get a chance. Now I want to tell Leah what I saw. I saw something fun. Leah, I saw this guide of yours who's big, strong guy, right? And he almost has a little bit of a strong, stern aspect to him. And he sort of has this cap on. I have to mention that I don't go into all the whys of it, but once upon a time I got a story where, and I've kept it, caps on, hats on, it's serious. So he puts on a hat to say it's serious. And then he sort of grabbed you and he picked you up a little bit and he turned you in a slightly different direction and he set you down and he tugged his hat again like it's serious. And then he made a motion like pushing you in the back, like go for it. Go for it. And I feel like you may want to tap into, and he also did this one thing where he wanted to examine whether he is positively aligned, and he kind of opened up and showed the light inside of him, and it went straight up, and it was really beautiful. And he was emphasizing, I am a big, strong person. I want you to remember, strong person, capable of accomplishing this, serious, and let it be that you're going to where you're fulfilling the true desire, the true hope in your heart. And I notice that we do sometimes let ourselves feel trapped into circumstances where we have to get by. That's always a struggle unless it happens to be the truth for you. If it happens to be the truth for you, you find your way to make a happy feeling with it. So notice it's allowing you to see it now. Just go with this push. It's a little serious. You make a decision, you go in a slightly new direction, and you achieve what you're aiming for with the thought of, I'm very strong and I'm very serious. And I'm very powerful and I'm very serious.
I love that. When you said, I see a very strong, big guy, I saw a tree, like a real, like tree, a big tree. That is like, there is, I mean, he is very serious, right? And he just showed, okay, he just showed me planting a seed, like one of the seeds come off. What are those things called? Oh goodness, I can't. An acorn, and it goes into the ground and it creates. And I believe you love to garden, Leah. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you love to garden, and this is your passion, and it is all about you remaining focused on your passion. And another thing where you said, Kayleigh, something about where we are. Like, we are where we are until it's time to change. And there's, I know I used to feel like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. How do I get out of here? And it seemed like I would like trap myself there even more by saying that in a lot of ways. instead of just saying, okay, well, what is it I am learning through this experience? What is Spirit showing me? What is the messages coming into me? What, because there's a pattern if we're paying attention. And yeah, he's just kind of when you turned and said he turned, it's like that's the way. Okay, so for me it was like this way to the right. I don't know if that means anything to you, Leah, but I have inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. And adventure. Adventure is the path to new worlds. So if you can, take yourself out there and maybe try different things. And then we got rooster and hens. A change of scenery is calling. Okay, I didn't even know that's what it was saying. So go out there and explore different areas, right? Embrace the adventure that awaits. Now look, you got adventure twice. There's something about you going out and just going, okay, you know what? I am going here and I'm going to try this, no matter how afraid I am. And that's kind of the message that keeps coming up too. Like that fear is just coming up about what it is, our limit. Like, oh, this is the boundary. I'm not crossing it, but Scorpio wants us to cross it. And Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio too. And she's like, she will show you your worst fears. And you'll just sit there kind of, I used to just sit there and just like, oh my God. But as soon as I stood up and faced them, she would help me get through that. We have so much available to us. And Scorpio seasons, though, it's not no joke. It's not easy.
If you enjoy the thought of Bruce so much, Leah, get yourself to where you can have him. I'll send him to you.
Oh my goodness.
I'll even send his reluctant girlfriend who's warming up to him slowly.
Oh no, Bruce getting booted.
If he has a happy home, he can go. If he has a happy home. Otherwise, I'm learning that it's a little hard to rehome roosters if you live around a lot of carnivores. If you don't want the rooster to end up not happy. That's all I'll say. So we got a donation from Venus, and then we also got another donation from Gina. And as we've mentioned to you guys before, if your questions are things you want bumped up in the list, a donation helps us out, and we really thank you. So if we could look at
sure,
Venus and then Gina.
Yeah, Acorn J, and I'm saying hi to Ascending Universal Butterfly. Just coming in, and thank you guys for the donations. We really do appreciate you.
Really do.
Yeah. Let's see what Aaron's saying. I'm doggy sitting right now. I'm trying to type one hand while he demands nonstop pets on the other. Oh my goodness. I think we've all been there, huh?
I'm petting my dog with my foot.
Are you? Oh my God.
Just a little. He's sort of resting though. He won't nag us for a while.
That's okay. He's allowed to. He's a puppy. He doesn't know. He just wants love. All right. So my apologies. We said
Venus
and
came in first, and then Gina.
And Gina. Venus and Gina. Let's see. I don't see either of them have put in. Oh no, Gina did. Here we go. All right, Gina. Thank you. Message from your guys. Oh, look at that cute little baby. Oh my God. This is adorable.
I can't even.
I know.
Look at that hair.
Oh my God. I could just be around all animals 24/7. It wouldn't matter how many. I would just take care of everybody. I just love doing it.
Venus says her question was way above.
Way above? Oh no.
Yeah.
Can you throw it in there? Do you want this? Oh, Venus said. I'm sorry, Venus. I thought you said Gina.
I'm going back to find it.
Hold on, let me go. You have to bear with me, guys. I am not good on the chat. I'm trying to get better.
I think at your timestamp it would be at 6:29.
6:29. Gina had that Scorpio and Venus on the in the 8th house. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I got Denise. I don't see Venus anywhere. I see hi Kayleigh, 23. Hold on. Give me a second.
6:29 p.m.
Getting there. Oh, there she is. Where in the world? I must have it. It's highlighted. Here, okay, so we're going to do Gina first or Venus first?
I don't know who is interested the most, but just based on how the order was, Venus came in first and then our sweet Gina.
Okay. Okay, Venus, have my mom and I recently completed or rewritten a part of our soul contract? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a really deep question. I asked the Holy Spirit to guide. I maybe do need to see how much we can do without the Akashic. Do we want to go? I thank you so much. If you're listening right this moment, Venus, do I have permission to access your Akashic record? Just if there's anything in there to be aware of, I'd love to check that. Just see if there's any request for assistance there. And if not, we're going to see this question a little bit of a different way. Thank you so much.
Yes, she said. We've been through a lot, her mom.
No request for assistance at soul level. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. And I thank you so much for giving your permission. I'm going to go ahead and let the Akashic fade from my mind right now. And we're going to ask simply in the Holy Spirit. A Venus and her mom recently completed soul contract. No. Have we rewritten part of our soul contract? I'm seeing something kind of funny. It's like a clause and then a specific paragraph, and it looks like it's gone completely. It has been revamped quite a bit. I want to see what I can see about it. There's the word deed, D-E-E-D. There's parentheses around it. And the word in front of it, indeed. I do feel like somehow there's a purpose in sharing the lightest way I can. There is a concern no more about something that would have been a concern down the line. It doesn't hurt you to notice that it may be relating to something to do with a contract of another form. And I don't want to read too much into this. I ask the Holy Spirit to help with the word. You will receive a blessing and a bounty that you did not anticipate. There's been a lot of progress, a lot of growth, a lot of change. You've shaped a newer understanding about how you relate to a person of that energy. I just got just a glimpse of that energy. And I'm happy to see that you've addressed it in a fashion that suits the purposes that you believe in your heart are the ones that are important and that do matter and truly help the circumstances that have hindered both of you in a way in the past. I thank you for noticing that you've done something which helped you, but it helped her too. And we could care a lot about, wow, now some really pretty images are coming. Towards the future, there is not a whole lot more to say than I see a glimpse of a holding of hands. And I feel like it may meaningfully become a certain part of the experience with your mother that you want to know in your heart, this is on purpose, this is good, this is grand, this is good. And I want to mention there's a real strong feeling connected. About that, I can only address it that there's a sweetness and a sort of sorrow, and it's all beautifully wrapped up in a happier feeling, a happier, joyous feeling.
Beautiful, beautiful. I thought you and your mom had come into, to work on like all of our relationships, right? We come in to work on certain aspects of it, but especially if it's a parent, they're usually pretty significant for us. And this, like, I kept getting this like image of you graduated, you elevated, you evolved. That's what you evolved your relationship with your mom. You both have, and you care. I mean, that's beautiful that you say we've recently completed or rewritten a part of our soul contract. I love how that. Um, uh, I just love spirit. My goodness. So I got the unicorn deck. It says uncord relationships. Okay, so when you cut a cord or you release a cord, let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. So to me, that's what you guys did. You actually freed each other with whatever an aspect, right, of your relationship that I'm getting. It was a couple lifetimes it's been working. You've been working with that. But yeah, I mean, here you are, and now, okay, and now both of you can stand in your own power. Be passionate about your vision, bring about positive change. So we can do that without having to change anybody or being angry at your mom. I know I was angry at my mom for the longest time, and they kept showing me and my mom's relationship when Kayleigh was talking to you about that. And, a lot of them, they are spicy, and it takes a little while to work through things. But I think it's so beautiful because this is the time period that we're working through where those relationships that are for us are coming more into a higher frequency. Those relationships that are not for us are not. They're kind of dissipating. They're just going away. And it's no judgment. I'm not trying to make a judgment on that. Sometimes what you and another task, came to learn together, it eventually is over. And that's okay. And then I got pause for a moment to reset and reconnect with your soul. So now who is Venus now that we've cleared this with mom? And who do you want to be? Who do you choose to be? That's what I'm getting. What would bring you the most joy? What has that thing held you back from being who you are? I hope that helps. Thank you, Leah.
I have an interesting idea here. First of all, the concept that I just received kind of is strange to me, but I felt like I was getting an insight from a higher self of someone we're talking about, who is not doing herself like she's in her form. She's doing herself like her higher self kind of peeked in to observe that we're thinking about her and asking about her.
Her mom?
Yeah. And I want to say a couple of things. One, I have a message, Venus, that I am to share with you in a little while. Not as much today, but I have a sort of pinned message that I'm going to share with you at the appropriate time, whatever that means. And also, I do not understand why, but Valerie, she was giving a hint about something to attend to, and she is allowing herself to do it like she's playing a chord on a piano. And she mentioned it to share with you, something to do with a chord. So I don't know what else to give.
Oh, okay. So when that one card came in and chord, it's like it was off key, and now it's not. Now it's making beautiful music.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, and a lot of older people, and I'm one of them. We've been working on things our entire life we might not have noticed until recently. And our kids, right? Our kids bring us these I mean, amazing. My kids bring me some amazing aha moments, realizations. Like I would have never grown as much as I had without my kids, you know. So just know, Venus, that's how your mom's feeling. And yeah, she's 74 and had a lot of growth last couple of years. And this is a big thing for the older generation is they're coming into these really higher frequency lessons or experiences, you know. I think it's really cool. And it brings that, a sense of wholeness. It's like another part of me, another piece of me, another chord came into alignment, you know. It's really cool when you think about it. And that happened for both of you. Oh my goodness, that was a good one. Okay, let's see, Gina.
Denise, I see your question there. I do have a Venmo. I thank you so much for asking. I'll put it in the comments when I locate it.
I was going to say I'll type it in for you. I get you. No, I can't. I don't have a Venmo. I probably should. I have Zelle and PayPal, but hi, Liz and all. Yes, thank you everyone for your likes and subscribes. Thank you, Janet, for taking care of everybody. Venus says my mom was there physically, but not mentally and emotionally. But now she's starting to, and that's all I ever wanted. Oh man, see, I want to cry because moms. If she was a single mom, you know, I think she wanted to be there. She just couldn't. Had to work a lot. Had to, take care of business. I don't know. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's just how it hits me. It's okay. No, not single. Okay. Well, there was her growth, despite whatever the reasoning was, is she was experiencing her growth on her in her soul's terms, right? And now, but she wouldn't have gotten to this place of understanding without all of that prior, all that stuff prior. It's really cool. I mean, we just constantly evolve up the spiral. It's really, really cool. I'm so glad she's there for you, though, honey. That's beautiful.
She says I can give you that message when it helps. I don't know if I mentioned that part.
Aww. Okay. Whew. Gina. Let's see. I see one of your little guides right there. Boy, oh boy, he's cute. I love when our pets are our guides.
Oh, we're looking at the picture. That is too sweet.
I mean, it's so true, right? And they are. I mean, can't imagine what I would do without mine. Or I don't know why my smart screen wants to run right now, but let's hope nothing happens.
Jumped right to it. I asked the Holy Spirit to guide. I thank the Holy Spirit. I mentioned that I jumped right to it because I was just starting to imagine guide, and then I see this being built of cinder blocks looking things. Maybe we're having some reason to notice strong guides today. I don't know.
Yeah, solid.
Right? A person built of these gray square. They're more like square blocks. He seems very, very big. Very, very. I thank the Holy Spirit. Is this? Let me make sure I'm right here. Is this being aligned with the light? Yes. I'm just checking. Okay, because he's saying I'm to tell you he's magnificent.
Oh,
I'm a little surprised that we were going right to that. He's magnificent.
my God.
I like his energy. Oh, I like his energy. There's there's like this funny jocular sort of great energy with him. And I have a feeling we are getting somewhere. Where are we? What is our message, sir? Great completely approve of you.
I love it.
He's trying to do this, like this ginormous hand patting on your shoulder. It's like, that's your
Mine
message.
or yours? Mine or yours?
He says, I hope it helps. I don't know why he makes me laugh so much. He's a powerful presence, and
Oh my
he's
goodness.
been a tremendous feeling of warmth. And
Aw.
I care a lot to acknowledge he must be a really, really, really dear, dear, personal, special friend to you. He almost is hinting something a little bit akin to he seems to have known you in a way before. And sometimes we've been taught that our guides aren't actually going to be friends we've known before. He's giving a hint that maybe he is someone you've known before. And he's so warm for a big, solid rock man,
I
concrete.
love his energy. I love it. I mean, and you can't make this up. While you were talking, it was like, I'm magnificent. They literally said in my head, have everybody say, I'm magnificent. I mean, this is how much this is so important to say, I'm magnificent. I mean, I'm having a difficult time saying it, you know. And then the card I picked is acceptance. Okay, so acceptance come excuse me, acceptance comes in knowing that where you are in this moment is exactly where you need to be. Nothing to change, nothing to fix, nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Your heart chakra is the center of your energetic system. And so your heart and your love are the center of your highest consciousness. Once you center yourself in love and allow it to be the fountain that hydrates your life, you can show others how to move from their love centers as well. And that is, of course, a heart chakra. Rose quartz is a good crystal for that, but this is like, seriously, everybody say I am magnificent. It just keeps repeating in my head. And let's see, what else did I get here? Liberate yourself from influence and invoke the power within. Okay, that is you. This is how much power we have. We can do this all day. There's nothing to fear. Trust that everything will work itself out. But they want you to invoke your power. I am, fill in the blank. I am love. I love myself. All of these things will help. And give yourself, look at that, strength. And there's a lion. See yourself as that lion, because that lion would show up saying, I am magnificent. Your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it. Wow. Wow, Gina. Whew, you guys have a big message today. Did you get anything else, Kayleigh? I'm sorry.
His presence is really, really rewarding. I do notice him like he's giving a hand, noticing that what we give now is a little bit more than we think it is. And I do feel like I thank the Holy Spirit. I ask the Holy Spirit to guide. He's giving, you don't have to be scared to give what you got. It's what I give today. I'm a a good guide. I'm a really good guide, and you want to notice that I've got that.
Aw, he is. I mean, he really loves you. I mean, he's there for you. He ask him. Ask your team anything. He's like the one ready to go. He makes things happen for you.
He seems like this way. I don't know if I'm projecting too much here, but I feel like if you were going into any circumstance, any situation where you had a little bit of a fright or something, if you imagine this being stepping in front of you and having the magnificent energy, but then this jocular, this ginormous laugh, and this sort of fun feeling. I don't even know where to go with it, but I would definitely try to have, if you could keep any image in your mind, a big cinder block, big gray square man with this big laugh and this
No.
big joy He's somebody really dear, really important too, and he's magnificent. Yes.
Oh, that is so cool. Aaron, go ahead and take the puppy out. Just when you come back, just say you're back. Um, let's see. Heavenly Blessed Honey came in. We're gonna try to get. Okay, Venmo wants me to verify is what Denise is saying.
Yeah, Denise also made a donation. Thank you so much, Denise. If we could have her on the list next. And we really appreciate y'all understanding. We want to do all the readings that we can, and sometimes it helps to notice what order to go in if people feel like it's something that they really want answered, and so they want to do a donation. That's why we jump right to those, and we really thank y'all.
Yeah, because I'm going to go with the people that first. Okay, we went with people who donated. Now I'm going to go with Brina.
Denise just donated.
Oh, cool, Denise. Okay, so let's go with
Yeah.
Denise. Hold on. Denise is here. Let me get this message. All right. Okay, let me see who else. Because a few people came in, and it's coming through, and they're at the bottom of the list because they weren't here at first. But it'll just all work out now. Let me see. We got 15, including Denise. So let's see. We'll see how far we get.
Okay.
May I please have a message from any of my family members that have passed over? Everyone is on the other side. Aw. I just saw them all just kind of like, here we are. Like a group. They're very happy. They're
I thank the Holy Spirit. I may be noticing someone who is specifically wishing to express somehow. She seems like a female who is very young. Her energy is very young. If she felt young in her life before, it was an accident. She's saying a little bit along the lines of she was a maternal figure for you, and she had a feeling towards you that was a little bit better today, now, in a way that you will love, 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 coming to understand and approve of. And we have a faith that this is okay to share. She's coming in almost as if she's a little nymph spirit now, kind of, not even a nymph, I'm sorry, that's not the right word. A spirit who is graceful, gracious, simple, pure, purified, pure. And she's giving an impression of feeling like she sort of saw a different idea in her form, in her body, in her life. She didn't always approve when she should have. She asks you forgiveness for this. She's asking you to notice her like she cared a whole lot better in her way once she understood how to observe you. And her feelings are really, really greatly improving all the time the more she observes. I'm to close my eyes and ask that she gives some indication, some special sweet understanding. I think she might have been a mom figure. Her mom energy kind of comes through a little bit more when she's trying to impress an understanding on me. She's giving that a youth energy comes when we feel like we can handle it, and it will come clearer and clearer. She's giving a feeling of purpose and blessing. She's whispering. She's saying, I'm feeling young and trapped no more. She's whispering it in your ear for you to hear. And she's sort of giving a little bit of a feeling almost like, I guess it would be like being goosed or being tickled a little bit. And she's giving it like she wants to have it for you to feel like somebody's giving me that prompt, that energy of youth, of feeling young and trapped no more.
Wow. Okay, so I'm sorry.
I just noticed that it's sort of like she's trying to get a little more direct with what she's saying, and I'm not quite finding the wording. So I'm going to let myself ponder and if there's some way to express what that is about while you speak. And I don't want to be interrupting.
So I got two community, I got one that says community service and caring community. The first image I saw was a group of people that showed up as your family members. And there was one specific person who stood forward and started talking to Kayleigh. Okay, so the first one says the balm to your wounds lives in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. So I'm getting, if there's any familial wounding, just to know that it is, there's the healing is in there too. Let's see what the second one. A caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. You are a very compassionate person. Embrace others' differences, accept your own imperfections, right? Which I think you do. That is bringing you into a rebirth. You're going to, every end is a new beginning. Now, that's what we were talking about with Scorpio season. You really are, though, at this space of initiation, because I got initiation for you. And it was like, when I saw your family members, it was like it was a come together, like coming together, like a graduation to cheer you on, to help you remember. Because I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're all remembering who we are. And we go through these different cycles, and it like clicks. Another light bulb comes on. That's where I see you going. An initiation says Spirit is initiating you to a new level of awareness, now in preparation for the next cycle of your soul's development. You may have been sensing this transition in the form of agitation or restless sleep. The hard part is over now. Just relax in knowing that your development is being guided. Say a prayer and blessing to express gratitude for how far you have come, and set an intention for where you will go next. You are being acknowledged by Source at this time. And as that said, set the intention of only what you prefer. Really set an intention of, this is Denise's dream and wish. There's no limits, no money, no time, no space, none of that. They want you to really put that down and create from there. Um, and I'm so excited for you. This is really cool.
I have to acknowledge Denise told us a little bit more about her mom.
Okay.
And you want to go back a few messages?
Sure. Hold on. Let me go
And I think it will remind us all how incredibly remarkable our friend Denise is.
Oh, she's starting to cry. Oh my goodness. Where?
You have got a tremendous resilience in you, Denise, and I'm impressed beyond description at how much, at what you have faced and still come to have the heart and the love and the faith that you have. You are a remarkable human being, and God bless you. I want to mention that I did see a notice of something that I wanted to clarify. She showed me a sort of image that was a little severe, and I wanted to ask her what that was about. And she was giving an idea that she wanted to say a little bit better. She didn't want it to feel, almost the best thing I could say is this: she wanted you to notice that she is really wishing things have been better, and she's hoping that she can show you herself in a new light, a new way, a way you aren't going to have sad.
Wow, Denise, it's okay to cry. Please cry. It's been 4 people. And you know what? They are really together on the other side as a community, and they are happy. What happened here is kind of like what we were talking about before while Kayleigh was talking, where we didn't know how to give ourselves a good life because we were told one thing when actually the power was within us. That is kind of what they're saying about this is your initiation, this is your next step. You get to choose better. Not that they chose badly, because that was a soul. I mean, it's terrible. It is bad, but on a soul level, it does. It's not like that. That is something that soul wanted to experience. Um, that's how I get it. Now, she didn't know that until after the fact, right? So, um, thank you so much for being so open, Denise. Wow, thank you. They really are though. They're like your cheerleaders over here. They're just really excited for you. And it seems like you're on a next adventure, a new adventure, and they're right there with you. And you can talk to them anytime. Ask for advice. Ask for guidance. They're there for you. I hope that helps, Denise. Let me know if there's anything else. Wow, that was beautiful. All right, let's go to Brina. What is the next event to happen in my life? The next big event. I've been confused about what my next goal should be or how do I achieve it. Okay. We got to take the word should out. Let's just get rid of that word. What do you want to experience? That is what that's your next big adventure. How about that? Giving yourself the freedom to dream big and to stand in who you are and believe in what it is that you desire for it to come true, for you to be able to have that. See, this is again where we're all stuck here because we didn't know that we were the creators going forward. We speak it into existence, and you can do that. It is just, if you would just give yourself like 15 minutes to write out your biggest wish, your biggest dream, or however long you want, doesn't have to be. And no limits, there's no time constraints, no money constraints, nothing. And see what comes out of your heart. And if it's something that resonates and that's something that you really want, take the next baby step towards it. That's what they're saying to me. Let me see what else we got.
I asked the Holy Spirit to guide. Brent, I want to just ask a question real quick. I don't know if you're aware of a familiar spirit with a dog. It feels like I want to mention something I'm seeing about a dog, and I just want to notice if this is someone you know or someone who is walking with you from another realm. But I wanted to mention it because it seems like a really sweet, dear feeling, and it's sort of like like a moment of reflecting. And I noticed that what I would describe it as, it's like I see a seated person with a dog like leaning in and the arm kind of over the dog and over the dog's shoulders and sort of staring together in some way, looking off at a path that we were thinking about but haven't noticed yet. And I do know that I don't know what it's about. I would like to know if you have an understanding, if you're appreciating the idea of this dog friend, this dog companion. In some images, it's like a dog, and in some, it's like this incredibly statuesque wolf. So,
Cool. Probably, I'm getting it was both. It incarnated as both at different lifetimes, on different lifetimes.
it would be best to mention that I didn't know why that word familiar came in. Some folks are of traditions or of a way of thinking about life and thinking about animals, where animal spirits can become very personally relevant and special to us.
Yeah, it seems like definitely a familiar. I don't think those were his only two incarnations. Okay, interesting that I said go write down what your dream is, because now she's reading a book. She's sitting in the meadow, but she's just allowing herself to be in dream. And it says, let your being be as full and vibrant as a summer meadow. See, this is probably the hardest thing any of us could do, besides saying I am magnificent, is allowing ourselves to be in capital letters, BE. Who are we? And dream. Here's hope. It says hope is a beam of light in the darkness. the never give up, go for your dream, focus. Okay, they're showing me a focus, like a beam of light, a focus right on to what it is that you would prefer. And don't hide from it. I feel like you've been trying to uh, get a different dream because you don't think that you could have that dream, but that's not true. We can. And just by allowing ourselves to be, the door's open. That's the really cool part. And yeah, see, well, you got two here. Light codes are coming in, and this is for everybody. Light codes from the solar activity is we're going from carbon to crystalline, and where our DNA is being we're upgrading constantly. We're integrating, upgrading, so we feel not so comfortable because we're just remembering who we really are. And I mean, we're just scratching the surface, but we've been in a very dense place for a very long time. So it seems foreign. It seems unbelievable. Doesn't seem like we could really live that. Yes, you can. Your soul is infinite. And you think, you don't got to do anything. You think of how unlimited your soul is, and allow yourself to be that. Just even for 5 minutes a day until you can get used to that. And those light codes are coming in, and they are. Okay, well, they want me to read it. All beings come into each lifetime with light codes they carry and transmit over the course of their lives. These multidimensional pieces of information and wisdom are shared without conscious communication. You are activating new light codes of healing right now, and you can use them to help yourself and others as you feel called. To understand more to understand more about these codes, go into meditation and consult your guides. Ask for clear signs, symbols, and guidance. And that is really the best way to do any of this work. Go into meditation and ask your guides for your next best step. And then I got freedom of expression. Okay. And they banish fear of judgment right now. No longer let it constrict you. Know that the expression of your highest truth is protected and supported by spirit. Speak your authentic wisdom with conviction and courage. Rest assured that doing so will bring you to where you are meant to be. Share your truths from a place of loving compassion. So your words land with intention and used to compose them. Now, the freedom to express ourselves, the freedom to be ourselves and to express ourselves is something that has been locked down on most of us. Allow yourself some time every day to let yourself dream, the biggest dream you have. And this is for many of you. This isn't just for Brina, but it's Brina's question, and it's coming in like that because that's how they really started off the show today. They want you to know you're magnificent. Own it, claim it, right? I hope that helps. All right. Let me ask Kayleigh. Kayleigh, we're at 7:19. I'm good for a little longer. If you are, it's up to you.
I'm sort of negotiating with the puppy.
I heard.
We're working on it. We may hear some crunching in the background. We're trying a little kibble to satisfy his interest for the moment. And I hope that helps. You might hear it, though.
I know. He's a trip. He always lets us know. Okay, time's up.
Right quick, I want to mention one thing, Brina. I did see also, I could have skated past this, but I thank the Holy Spirit. Yes, it's good to acknowledge this part. When I first saw that being with you, I was seeing it like you're kind of running down, you're on a path, and you're very attentive to the dog animal. He's a dog in that image. And I felt like he was trying to show you, I'm scampering somewhere, and I want you to enjoy the scampering. I want you to enjoy how it feels there. But then when we went to the second image, it was the sort of the deep thought sort of motion. And I felt like the deep thought might be concerning how we're in the Scorpio time of transformation. And it would be all right to just notice he's giving a little bit of a dual feeling. I'm here for the run and also for the pondering. I'm here. And I feel like he wanted to mention something towards presence that you would like to, that you'll feel with you. And
Ooh,
I don't know how to read that more right now.
All right, we got some. You just let me know. We're going to go to this. I was reading through them. This one is standing out to me. It's pretty intense, though. Will my brother believe me that Brenda is hitting and taking money from my dad, over $100,000, to ask our mutual banker named M? Will your brother believe you? Or first of all, Christine, are you here? Before we go into these kind of questions, I want to make sure that you are here with us. Thank you all so much. We love you. I love when we're all together. My energy immediately starts to calm down and feel good.
Christine is here.
Christine is here. Okay. Aaron, I see you. Okay, get you next. Will my brother believe me? Okay, so tell me, Brenda is actually hitting your dad physically or hitting on your dad? And I'm sorry, I can't distinguish.
If I recall, she lives with him,
Okay.
Brenda, and has been, I thank the Holy Spirit. I'll address not too much that's from outside connections, outside visits with Christine, except for I can just say that she's not been a happy feeling for how Christine is seeing her dad's health and well-being. And we're fearing a little bit about his safety where he is. And it felt like an imperative thing to help the idea of bringing him home with Christine.
Mm-hmm.
And I do ask the Holy Spirit to prevent anything hurting him while we see how to accomplish that.
Mm-hmm.
And we do ask and thank the Holy Spirit about Christine's brother. As far as we're understanding him, he's a little bit doubting that he wanted to get involved so much. We don't know why. We do thank you so much for caring so much about your dad so well for him that you're going to help him regardless if your brother can handle it or not. We do notice that your brother is having a little bit of a talking himself into, I thank you, Holy Spirit, talking himself out of listening sometimes. We want to help engage with him where he has a reason to listen and to make sure that he actually listens. You go ahead and you provide him with the evidence that you have gathered. You go ahead and you remind him that this is actually really, really, really imperative. Share with him that, fortunately enough, y'all's dad has got children who care about him and who can take an action and give him a hand. And he wants to remember, he wants to reflect on that just somewhat. Go into it with the idea that you ask that you are helping him to see a truth. And then allow yourself to notice that your words and expression are about seeing him see the truth. Manifest it in your heart before you visit with him about this. And notice how you feel when he responds as you'd like him to. And give yourself the opportunity to manifest this by seeing it. Manifest it by manifesting it is what I'm getting. See it, make it true, have it be. And we don't doubt you have the capacity, sister. We don't doubt that.
Wow, interesting. I pulled from another deck, like when I need to know, like some true crime information, and I got cover up. Okay, so now you're saying here that there's no eyewitness. Is your dad conscious of what's going on, or does he not know? And for some reason, why do you want me to say? I got yes. You could ask your brother. He will help. I mean, I don't know. it kind of seems a little like a few steps involved. Who is the power of attorney? Is there a medical power of attorney and power of attorney? That person is, are you saying that? That's the one who has the power. Oh, well, you have the power, Christine. She won't let me go to neurology for memory. I have both. Who won't let you do, if you have both, who's stopping you from doing it, baby? This lady? What's her name, Brenda? I would override her. I'm hearing outcreate her. You can, is your dad conscious enough to listen to you? Or is this, God, my mom was a hospice social worker. Boy, she told me so many stories like this of people. And, it depends on who has medical power of attorney, who has that, and what can be done and how far you want to go. Yes, Bryn is in it, free will of my dad.
It's free will.
Okay. Yeah, I want Venus. F that, you go. You say I have a right to be here. I am the medical power of attorney. I need to see what the results are. I need to talk to the doctors. That's exactly what medical power of attorney does. I did that for a friend of mine. And I made all those decisions because she signed the paper saying Valerie makes all my decisions, right? It's not easy, but here we are again of going through a very, and this is Scorpio, right? Death, taxes, other people's money, and power of attorney of people, things like that is Scorpio-esque, right? And that Scorpio is saying, what does your heart believe is right? You're his daughter. You go by what your heart is telling you is right too, so you can get peace of mind inside of you and care for your dad the best you can. Brian is telling my brother to remove me as a power of, and it has been 8 years. Yeah, well, this is your time to step up. It is very important that you step up, and if you don't want to be removed by your brother, is your brother honest and ethical? Would he take care of your dad? I mean, I don't know. What do you want? Do you want to stay a power of attorney? It's important that you do what's in the best interest for you and your dad. I don't know if you're getting anything, Kayleigh.
I ask the Holy Spirit. I'm aware of it like this.
Caregiver.
She has been in his heart,
Go to the
and
meeting.
it is hard for him to relinquish the desire to keep her in his heart, as where she is controlling him comes from an area of his being that isn't really answered with family. So it is hard for him to understand what it means to relinquish the desire to keep her. And where we have concerned ourselves with this before, Christine, we had thought, what if it's possible for her to reside where you are? You bringing up the notion about the staircase, remembering how you were concerned about exits in case if there was something that occurred, it would be advisable to give her even some understanding that she could be welcome. Make it about the priority has to do with how your dad is feeling. And what I wanted to ask is, do you have a feeling like he could come away from her and let go of her and be all right? And if so, we don't have too much to think about because he'll come willingly. Now, if she has enough of a grip on him or in his heart that he doesn't want to let her go, you'll have to compromise. And it's hard to do this. But understand him has some kind of feeling there that we don't know how to negate. And I would ask you to notice that he has a way to express himself that he's not 100% clear to be always, but when he is, he has a kind of consciousness that would help. And I would discourage you from having it be that we have to do something extraordinarily forceful. I would let him notice that you want to work through his eyes, through an understanding through him, through his eyes. And keep in your heart that he got a little bit better here sometimes. And when you let yourself see when he is able to handle, maybe notice that you're really concerned and aware that he's not as safe as you want him to feel and as you want him to be. And let him notice how it could be a very, very distressing idea for his family, his loved ones, his daughter, if he let something happen to himself because he wasn't able to move to the happy place that he has ready for him, set up and ready for him. See if we can address it through a soft diplomacy sort of way, where if we can find where that is helpful. I do notice that we have a lot of resistance because of how her energy has been, but let yourself feel like you are not ruled by her energy. He is influenced by it. So see where you can.
You're
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and you're in that position exactly for this reason. Okay, so look, I got caregiver, the meeting, going to the meetings, going to the doctors is going to be justice. It's going to be the right way for you to go to proceed. Okay, it doesn't mean that there's like something wrong, justice, but that's going to bring it into where you're. I'm sorry, my brain just went. Your brother, is he the one who was in? He's in rehab, and your dad's paying his bills. He doesn't. If that's what you were saying, he doesn't sound like very responsible. And what's her name? Uh, you're the one who's responsible. You're the one who's together. You're the one who's there. You're the one with all that power, and that is it. You have it to care to look out for his best interest, and as long as you're doing that through your heart, you will always be guided, guarded, and protected. And in fact, I would say that more, daily. I'm guided, guarded, protected. Please show me the next best step for my dad. What is it for me? But I can say this to you: going to these neurology appointments and getting all the facts that you need is number one, because you're the caregiver and you're the power of attorney. I hope that helps. Let us know. We're going to be here every Friday. Let us know what's going on with you. And I know it's not easy, but your brother, unless you think he's going to be a positive influence, and then I would not even pull him in on it. That's a her thing, right? She's thinking that she could go to the brother because he's easier to manipulate. Maybe, I don't know. That's my first instinct, what I'm getting, but I don't know. Let's see. Who was next? Who did you say? Okay, Aaron.
I do want to acknowledge the Holy Spirit again, and thank you, Holy Spirit, for assisting Christine in noticing how to accomplish her true heart's aim.
Thank you. Aaron asks, would I be a good fit at the coffee shop? There's lots of applicants. What are they looking for? Now, this is kind of the same thing we've been talking about. Do you want to be in the coffee shop?
Yeah.
See yourself in there, make it happen.
Or ask yourself if you do. That if kind of steps out.
That's what I'm going for, because if it's something that's just like, I could, not my thing, but I'll go do it. And it doesn't matter about the applicants. What matters the most, Aaron, is what your heart would prefer to experience. We limit ourselves, and I know it's like there's a lot of limitations around us, like whether it's a ride to work or money to get to work, or we could go on and on and on, but kind of not look at that, like be fearless. Okay, this is Fearless Friday. We got to be fearless. We got to step up and say, I would really like to be a good fit at this coffee shop, and I can do it because blah 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 blah, right? And put it in, speak it into existence. If you're not really that interested in it, let it kind of go for now. I feel like you're on the fence about it. I'm not sure. Go ahead, Kayleigh.
Well, I thank the Holy Spirit. I'm going to ask that you notice if you like it when you walk in. And I'm not understanding that we're looking at it just right until we notice that for some reason there seems like there may be a little bit of a resistant feel from within you. And should you notice that, it's something that you want to attend to, because I feel like it's an instinct that feels responsible, that wants to show you another feeling that you may find you actually approve of a little bit better for you. And I don't know why, but I'm kind of imaging it like I see you walking in, and then all of a sudden somebody casts this beautiful little surrounding of light, like a halo of light all around you, and then just sort of goes, nah, come on back here, come on back here. And I don't understand any more than what I'm seeing there. Like they're just kind of nudging, like maybe not your best understanding yet that that's how much you like what you're gonna do. Maybe there's another place feeling.
Yeah, and it's the thing, right? If we walk into these new experiences, and Spirit will continue to open doors for us. It's us saying yes to the experience. Well, I could try and see what happens. That's when Spirit really starts opening other doors. So I let us know, Aaron. Let us know what's going on, and I wish you whatever your heart wishes for you.
I hope it's okay to remind you that sometimes we're led in a direction that we didn't anticipate that ends up being happier than what we thought we wanted.
Thank you. That's where I was going with that. All right.
Bora's asking if questions are chosen randomly.
Yeah, because I got kind of off track with them earlier, so now I'm just at the. Let's see. There is 1, 2, 3. It says there's 13, but no, there is. Okay. I'm going with. I want to see if S. Where'd you go? Oh Lord. Let's see. Okay, let's go back. Is CJM here? You were next in line if you are. CJM. Carl, you weren't called yet. I keep switching. Yes, CJM is here. Okay. Let's see. We have a message from Spirit. Absolutely. Ooh, they really have something to say. Okay. That is so cool. It says every little action taken in the pursuit of growth is a powerful step in the right direction. So that is the message that they're saying. Take the next best step, no matter how tiny it is, even if you're just writing something down or speaking it out loud. That is going to, I mean, to me, I'm seeing this little step, and it's then a big, huge, giant step, because you took charge and went into a direction. That's really all they're asking. It's not right or wrong or good or bad. Just making the step opens. That's what Kayleigh and I were just saying a minute ago. Opens all new doors. Things out of nowhere that you would have never expected come. It'll bring you happiness to do this. It says happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. So if you take a step, it's there for you. Oh goodness, I had the wrong deck. Hold on. I don't know. Kayleigh, if you got something, go ahead. I'm gonna pull one more card. I had the
I
wrong
ask the
one.
Holy Spirit to guide. We're seeing a flower. Flowers, sometimes I go very literal, and flowers means flowing, flower. And when I was staring at this flower, which was just sort of drawn like a sort of 5-petal little white center in the, or not white, I'm sorry, yellow center in the middle. I was drawn towards the center of the flower, and I was given a thought along the lines of being the heart of the flower, being the heart of flow. And we want to go, now there's water. Water represents emotion. I hope the Holy Spirit is helping with this. We're having a little bit of additional energy around, and I do feel like we want to address it just lightly. Are we here to help, CJ? Cares a lot to notice itself. We have a little bit of an interest in someone who's coming in who's giving a little bit of a slight nudge, like they're trying to pressure us to notice what we're saying. I thank the Holy Spirit. We're giving me a lot of guidance to try to get this message out, regardless of how much pressure I'm getting to not get the message out. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm sorry, they are trying to tell me that it's always important to keep to a little bit of a schedule, and I notice why they're giving me that, but we'll answer that in a moment. At this point, I'm getting that we want to be in the heart of the flow. As we get into that, a certain feeling is ready to flow. The feeling seems to be intense, a little bit on the passionate side. It's sort of like, I thank the Holy Spirit, raging waters, just flowing very strongly. It's almost a river. It's like a very, very, very strong stream. And it's going gangbusters through some territory that if you were on the shore, it would feel like you're on rocks. You're not on the shore. You're in this passion. You're in this intensity. And as you're flowing in this intensity, it is a drama-free zone. It is an actual passion that does move you, and it moves you to do I'm getting a whole lot of good. And we want to encourage you to enjoy that feeling if you want to. It is always our decision whether we're going to become involved to where we actually let ourselves care that much. And I do remember what they had to push me about. I'm going to have some things to say here shortly, but they're different than readings. So thank you, Holy Spirit. And CJ, I hope that is a passionate intention that you have, that you want to have.
And again, there's 3 cards here that say for you to step into your power. And you are powerful beyond measure. It says stepping into your power. You are strong beyond measure. You see, he's just going through. He's got a light, and he's in a little lantern lighting his way, but he's following his inner guidance. And then I got navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. That's how you know if you're working from your inner power, is if you're doing what you love, not what others are telling you to do. Those days are over. I don't know if I can make that any clearer, because it's like that seems to be the big message today. They want me to look at this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna look at this. Take back your power. Stand in your own light. Even if your burden seems heavy, it makes you stronger. If you've been standing on the sidelines or acquiescing to the needs of others, this card is letting you know it's time to stand up for yourself. The challenges you faced are making you stronger. You no longer need to live your life for others. Yet if you choose, your light can illuminate the path for those who walk beside you. It's all about you, each and every one of you. You are magnificent. They keep saying that in my head. You are. It was all your. This is your life. This is your show. You know. Did you say you had to go, Kayleigh, or what do you? What did you want?
I do feel like I'm getting a little bit of a push from all around. The animals are asking a lot right now. But I wanted to address something that I care a lot about, especially much. I wanted to approve of this message. So I do ask that it only be in the light of the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ. And we wanted to ask you all to take a concern about the things that are occurring in our world these days. We do often try to keep things very light here, and we do it playfully and with a fun idea where our child mind gets to strut its stuff and play and have a really great idea. And I want you to notice that where we are especially well suited to find a way to endure hard things is to truly appreciate a special quality in our spirits that is along the lines of I am child, but I am child who is empowered to take action. And we wanted to mention this because at a certain point here, already, we're coming into knowing that we really have a threat to what is good, that is experienced widely enough in these days that we cannot happily ignore it. If we choose to ignore it and always notice it like it's going to be okay, we just look past that, we just look a few years down the line, it'll be fine. We don't want to notice it like that again. We want to say this is time to start bearing your cross if you're going to bear one.
Right.
If you're going to take care of a child within yourself or in your life, you want to take care of the children out there now that are experiencing a lot of suffering, a lot of trauma, a lot of fear. And we have this happening worldwide, globally. It's also happening in our neighborhoods. And we want to notice this and to use our minds and hearts to take a critical evaluation of what we really, really comprehend is happening. Now, I do always say this in a light enough way that I'm not being too frightening, but we do actually concern ourselves with understanding. When I say I'm in the Holy Spirit, it's because I received the Holy Spirit in a really, really, really big idea for me. It was a miracle. It was an incredibly important experience for me. I do not have a way to get away from it, and I do notice that Donald Trump is the Antichrist. And I feel like that is actually a really important idea that we need to have out there. I can't really dodge it. I can't really soft pedal it so much anymore. And I notice that we have to say a little bit less about that today than we will one day. But today we just want us to be aware. We are at a critical point in our lives, and our journeys and our stories are still being written. We have a choice to become the spiritual path that we want to have. And we have to notice what's available in our world these days is becoming increasingly, apparently, a little more limited, narrowed down by the options that are being cut apart by the really, really, really awful energy that's out there. We want to notice what we really can become aware of as something we can be passionate about and take heart. There's so much good behind us. We can do something better than we think we can. We just wanted to give a little reminder that it might be time to give a call to action. And I also have to acknowledge that I've been thanking the Holy Spirit a whole bunch, and I do want to do it again here right now. It is okay to inform you of this. I've been getting a lot of nudges that it's a good idea to begin storing up some things that you would like to ensure you have later on. And we don't want to rush anybody. That's why we're giving it as far in advance as we can. Go ahead and start just considering how much you could set aside and have aside and keep aside and keep ready and available for when you might want to have it. And I do resist this no more. I just had to tell you all that. I really am aware that that was a heavy thing to throw in here.
I'm really grateful you did it because, it wasn't even putting the two and two together. But the Spirit is so adamant about everyone taking hold of their inner power because this is where we're at. We're going into a bumpy, and I say bumpy all the time, but it's going to be a little more than bumpy, But that is not to scare you. That is to have you just stop, hold your hand on your heart, and remember, you are a spark of the divine. No one can take your rights and your freedoms. No one, and no one can tell you how to be or who to be except you. Now, I think what Katie was referring to is a lot of people. We're all comfortable, or we, to a certain extent, and who wants to who wants to fight the man or any of that? Well, you really don't. What you do is you go inside and you work on you one step at a time, and you do what you can around you, and those opportunities will all come up around all of us. What's better in that moment? What's good for this person, or what's good for yourself? I just wanted to say this. I could probably stay till 8:30. I have a 9 o'clock show, so it's okay with me if I keep doing readings because it's helping me stay in tune with spirit. But yeah, will come back definitely. And I do believe by next Friday when we're back, we're going to have a lot of information to go through. So this week is very important that you stay in and own your power, and remember that we are in a spiritual battle. And I agree with her. He is very evil, and they're trying to do a lot of things to the people. The heartless soulless are trying to take the heart-centered, soul-centered.
They're trying to take the hearts away from the heart-centered people.
Thank you.
If you want to believe it like you really, really could get a grip on this, see it as they are threatened by your hope for a good world, for a good life. They're threatened by this.
By your heart, they're threatened.
Have them notice they are afraid of something they are going to be defeated by.
Yep, because we're raising in frequency. And this is very important to understand. No matter what they throw at you, and you see they got to throw things at us every second of the day because they don't have any power. None. So they got to scare us, right? They got to put us in fear. They got to, oh my God, I'm going to lose my food. I'm going to lose my health care. And what's really going to happen is as we raise in frequency, those things are going to become better for the all. We're going to become more of a heart-centered, soul-centered community living in peace and harmony. They know that. They know that they can't raise in frequency because they don't have, they're heartless and soulless, and they use us as food. They use us, our energy, to power themselves. And it is kind of a weird thing to put your head around if you haven't done this yet, but do not be in fear of them. They are parasites, literally. That's it. They have no power. And you have all the power because you have a heart and you have love in you, and you care about others. And you can see it's real clear right now. If someone doesn't care or give an F about somebody else, they're usually not in a heart-centered, soul-centered tribe, right? I don't know. Did I say that okay?
I think you were saying it perfectly. There really isn't anything more to add. Just to remember, frequencies are important to get a grip on. Notice that if you're in a fearing state, you're at a lower frequency than your vibration is really suited for. So go ahead and give yourself a hand, noticing I'm just changing the channel and I'm going to a place where I feel like I'm happier. And notice that you can do this even in the midst of a circumstance where you're staring down the devil.
Yep.
You can do it then too. You can say, I'm not going to have a space where you're scary.
Well, let me say this. Kayleigh's done that, and I've done that. And you don't know until you've done it that you can do it, because you're at that moment in time where it's like, here, this is coming for you, and you say, no, you're not. And it comes out of you from somewhere. You don't even know where. You don't even know how to explain that. But they run. They're so powerless. They are so nothing. It looked like this big old monster coming at you, and then they start running as soon as you stand in your power and face them. Please know that you have that power. That's how, and I'm not saying, that it's for humans to have power over. No, they're parasites, and they're the ones coming towards us. We're not trying to go towards them. So when they do, and they try to cross that line with you, you stand up and you say, oh, hell no, that's not today. And they run. And then once you do that, once you see that in action, am I right, Kayleigh? You're never the same. You don't have fear anymore. You really don't.
Sometimes take just a little moment of clarity to give us a hand. If we ever have to question anything, ask for the guidance of the Holy Spirit. It will help. It really is true. These beings are essentially preying on humanity, and we don't have to give them any food. We don't have to give them any quality of care. I'm not going to say we don't care. We care as much as is possible when they are not in a position to harm. In a position to harm, all we do is give them, we're not feeding you, we're not feeding you, we're not feeding you. And I do ask the Holy Spirit to clarify. I guess I've said about all I could say, and I don't know what all I said, so I hope I said.
I know. it just comes out. I don't know either. Well, I mean, I will read for anybody who wants to stay till about 8:30. Let me know who's here, and I have Ellen, Maureen, Viviani, CEV, Craig, Dixon. I think that was specifically towards you, Kayleigh, though. Are you RH unavailable? Ascending universe, heavenly blessed honey, Liz in awe, ascending universe. I have 2 from you. I'm sorry. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to be on with Deborah at 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Grow Your Light channel. We're just like,
oh, fun.
We're just going to talk about whatever comes up, right? Like we're doing now. And if if you want to have readings over there, you can certainly come in, and we will read for you. Let me see where everybody is, if anyone's here. And okay, Ascending's here, SEB is here, Heavenly Blessed Honey's here. Viviani, are you still here? Okay, so I got G3. Let's go with Ascending Universal Butterfly. Am I saying that right? May I have a message from my angels, please? Thank you so much. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, and she asked if she was still on the list. Yes, okay. Let's see. From the angels. You come up with anything, Katie, just go ahead and bring.
I asked the Holy Spirit to guide. I thank the Holy Spirit. We're going to notice that what happened was a little angel was picking me up and holding my head up way up in the sky and was saying, go into the headspace now, dear, and ask yourself if you're capable of giving clarity in a good way right now. I'm going to ask myself that.
Oh.
I thank you, Holy Spirit. The answer is yes. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. I got a little overwhelmed by talking about that stuff. So.
I know it is. It's overwhelming. It's nerve-wracking.
Well, we have to recalibrate a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
I recalibrate to ensure that I can help for as long as I can stay.
Yeah.
And we do that now for a message from the angels of ascending universal butterfly. I love these names.
I know. It's like so cool.
I see an angel holding out. Remember, this is symbolic, and a sword represents like thought, cutting through things. If you're familiar with the tarot at all, and the angel is basically saying, "Cut through," and then showing me what we're cutting through. A thorny tangle. A thorny tangle. It looks like tumbleweed, only it's all full of thorns. This thorny tangle is across the path you chose, and you won't want to remember that you let that thorny tangle get in there. So take how the power of the mind functions, turn it in the direction of where you had wanted to go, but you let yourself think that's not the direction I want to travel. And then decide how to eradicate that tangle, which just represents obstacles, something that seemed off-putting, which guided you away from taking that path. And then notice how to deconstruct that thing in the way, cut through it, and then resume a path that you really, really wanted. They're saying, honey, you want that path.
Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting? Because I got a couple of things here. You want me to go with community service first. The balm to your wounds lives in the spark that radiates love and brings healing to the world. So your authentic self is what I just heard. And if you can see, well, it's a butterfly, but it kind of looked like an angel up here to me for a second, as they're creating together. But this is all about us creating who we are. We're in that pot. you are a wise leader. You are a beacon for others. So you're light. You are, like he's holding a flame here. You're the light for others. But I don't know if you believe that because you are in the mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. But it looks foggy because it looks like that. It's like just foggy and misty. And then it says you're the water oracle. Psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. You choose to be this wise leader, this guide. Any minute you choose it's going to come into your reality. And again, that's kind of been like the message for all night, where it is, we are um, who we say we are, who we speak these intentions to. I hope that helps. Ascending Universal Butterfly. Let me see who is next. I know CEV was there. Let's go with CEV. And does anyone from my family across have a message for me, please?
I thank the Holy Spirit. I ask the guidance of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, he's feeling like he's bringing a handful of people over.
Aww.
Having that he's sort of counting off. He's done 1, 2, 3, 4. Having it seems like we have some males here. Seems like we have some males. I'm noticing men right now. I'm noticing men. I have a feeling that some of these go back a ways. We might be talking like generational back a ways. And I frankly could tell you that everybody seems to be sort of similar in appearance. They're giving me an impression of unity.
Aww.
The throat chakra needs to come open just a little bit clearer now. We have a purpose to share. It is a smiling way. It is to have a heart for giving that gives a lot of good to other people. It is not about doing good for sake of the Holy Spirit. It is for doing good because you feel it in your heart. You acknowledge this will satisfy how the Holy Spirit likes us to behave, but it's actually about having a healing in the heart, a nourishing in the heart. It is a feeling that comes from giving good, and getting a guidance that helps you is hurting in no way. We want to give you a hand, noticing that we are putting our hands together, one atop the other, and we are giving a heartfelt push. You might feel a big energy kind of come in. And we're giving this push because it will give you a boost of generosity that you are feeling you will finally see is going to do exactly what you hope it will do. And you hope it accomplishes the best good it possibly can. And you get to feel a satisfaction beyond your understanding, beyond your expectation. And when we're doing this, we're showing a patting on the back, and we're giving a feeling like something is getting really good. We feel like we ascend a little bit more with it, and we get a feeling of being kind of carried, and we give that to you.
Oh, that's cool. That was cool. Oh my goodness, you got all kinds of cool stuff here. Let's see. Okay, first off, they want you to go for your joy. Your inner joy is going to open many doors for you. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. And then I got, let the power of abundance flow through you and open up fresh opportunities for growth. Okay, they're saying that feeling of joy and exuberance is going to really open up that frequency is going to bring more of that frequency, if that makes sense. And that is it's actually it's transforming you. I feel like you haven't been feeling, like a lot of us last few years have been, a lot, right? There's a fresh new way of living emerges. To transform yourself with that joy, and And then I said beginning. Okay, so this is a fresh new way of living emerges, and this is beginning a new cycle. So this is all new for you. Like it's all coming in. Be joyful. Allow yourself just to be first. They want you to be and to dream. And in your imagination, what is it you want to create? And do that. We love you. Thank you. You is next. I think it was Heavenly Blessed Honey was next, or let me go check. Oh, Craig is still here. Craig Dixon's still here. Hold on. And Viviani's still here. Okay. So we'll do Heavenly Blessed Honey, Viviani, and Craig. Hi, Denise Lynn. I understand you. Okay. So.
I'm going to quiet the pups while you get started.
Sure. Puppies are saying it's time to go. Okay. Let's see what we got for you, Heavenly Blessed Honey. I feel like that you are feeling like it's time to make a move. Joyful, it just fell out. Go into that joy state and allow it to create that frequency for you, that higher frequency. And anything can bring us there, right? Our kids, our grandkids, our pets, our fish. It could be anything. It is important that we learn how to go into the frequency of joy. All right, and then we got savor presence with life and notice the magic living in the small moments. Okay, the joy is in the small moments. And each moment brings its own frequency, and each moment of joyful frequency brings in the next moment of a joyful frequency. And we just keep on building on it. It's like building blocks is what they're showing me, until we get to, well, there's like they're saying there's no end to that. It is just you keep building on it by your heart's preferences. All right, and it says ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. So that is it. You're on the right track, Heavenly Blessed Honey. And it's just a matter of, keeping that joy in your heart and keeping on going forward. Did you want to say anything to Heavenly Blessed Honey?
Well, I thank the Holy Spirit. I saw a bunch of flying stars, and
cool.
I hope you notice flying stars mean make a wish. And
Yeah.
it happened to be a clear idea that you just want to notice they're all falling like right around you. And that happy feeling, and you want to give yourself a hand noticing it's a good idea to get outside at night, stare at the stars, and kind of allow yourself to contemplate how much you can do, and then get super, super, super energized and happy. Happy is not quite the word.
Joyful. Sorry, they were saying joy to me for.
It's something like being able to wrap your mind around the comprehension of a capacity to create change. That makes a dent where it's really a good idea. And we want you to help yourself see that there's a good feeling in broadening the outreach and letting it feel like you're kind of scooping a lot of beings around. And I don't mean you have to necessarily bring a bunch of people into your nest, but having a feeling like I'm kind of eyeing a lot of things, a lot of beings, and I'm wanting to do something. And then notice how you can discover within you a capacity to make a difference.
Wow.
Thank the Holy Spirit. That's it. That's what we got.
That was beautiful. Heavenly Blessed Honey, dream it into existence, what I'm seeing. All right, Viviani. Yeah, please have a message from my guides and angels. Absolutely. And your message was coming in like the last 5 minutes. You are a healer. course, you already know that. Let's see. And a seer, right? Like a mystic seer, healer, priestess, soul purpose. This is pretty cool. And you are a gentle force. And it says consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. You are very, very detailed oriented. Um, I got mystic healer. Again, I got healer. Healing energy flows through you. And rainbow blessings. So there's the blessings are showering your life. And you see like this is oh geez, like there's the rainbow out there as soon as you walk through this doorway. And I think I know, I'm hearing you're walking through a big doorway. And this is, I mean, it's going to bring huge blessings and the rainbows. Look at that. And you are really just coming up into, the more and more we do this, the more we become ourselves. It's just so cool. And there is no end to that, right? We are just scratching the surface right now. Savor the presence with life and notice magic living in the small moments. Wait a minute, that was the last person's card. Is that what you wanted? Let me pull another one. It's time to check in with and reflect on the seeds you have planted. See, all those seeds you planted are growing, and it's obvious. All your shows you do and all the people you work with. I mean, it's just beautiful. You are a healer, and you are remembering. We're all remembering who we are. I love it. I think it is so cool. Yeah. Awakening, transformation. Yeah, see, that's all you coming forward. That is beautiful. Telling you, everybody, we're in this transformative phase. It is time. This rest of this year is really it's gonna be like a test, right? Feel tested, but oh my goodness, if we just, I know it seems simple, and I know it's not that simple. If we just follow our hearts, things will. It's amazing. Things just appear on your road. It's so cool. Give yourself the benefit of being you. Take the time to be you. All right, Craig.
I do want to mention real quick, I saw something for Viviani.
Oh, cool.
Real quick, it's a simple picture that I'm just going to relay to you. There's a guardian of some kind. He's male. He's representing himself in a sort of short form, short stature. He seems like, I don't know what to tell you, but an earthy quality, an earthy spirit. He's drawing a symbol in the dirt. And I can't see it very clearly. I was actually a great job. I don't know if you can even see it. Okay, it was kind of something along those lines, but I noticed, I can't say with confidence, it looked just like that. And how he was doing it was, he's so patient about it. As he's drawing it with a staff. And as he's drawing it, he's indicating it somehow an ancient idea, an ancient concept that comes up that's unearthed, that you want to get a handle on because it has some relevance to your capacity for making a difference, making an improvement. And we do thank you so much for attuning where you do. That was it.
That is so cool. Oh my God. Okay, Craig, and I did see, let's see, we still have like 15 minutes for T-Lynn. I see T-Lynn, I see Craig, and I think that's all that's here that I know of. All right, so let's do Craig. Kayleigh, does Clara have a Halloween message for me? I know she has a lot to say. While I was watching one of her movies, I know I saw her shadow. Thanks. That's cool.
Well, I asked the Holy Spirit to guide. I saw a little picture. I glimpsed your question a while back, and I saw this image of Clara dressed in a sort of, I think, I'll put it the best way. It's sort of a skimpy white dress.
I got the same thing. It's like sexy. Sexy
And it's
mom.
sort of got this super honey sort of feeling to it, and that sort of happy, flirty, bouncy sort of energy to it. And I
Yeah.
guess she was trying to get. Oh, now she's showing that she's like holding the hem of the dress and she's kicking her heels. She's dancing. She's showing like, I want you to have a really, really good time. Step out, step out. Encourage yourself to get a clarity about this. I want you to get out there and get an idea that you're getting a good feeling, a good vibe in the world that is drama free in your zone. In your zone, you get to keep going with a kid idea that you would embrace with all your heart if you could just understand how great it is to kid, just kid. And she gives you a hand, noticing she's grabbing you by the arm and she's kind of pulling you out with her. And she seems to be indicating to go outdoors and to literally dance under the night sky.
Oh, yeah, I saw her dressed up too. She was looked a little sexy there. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, that message of going to have fun and enjoying yourself is so important. I forgot. I was saying this to myself the other day. My God, it's like I love doing this. I love being on shows with Kayleigh and Diana and doing this, and to me, that's fun. But honestly, I don't know really how to have fun anymore because we got so serious in the last 10 years. And it's like you can feel the culmination is here,
Yeah.
and I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. But
There is a little bit more to say. I swear up and down, I don't have to go too far into it, but just so you know, there's a joy in clearing your heart of any deceit at all about what's really going on, and then getting involved in a way that you get to engage like, I'm on the right side. I'm on the right
yeah,
side.
that's cool. Yeah, because you got like trust there's a divine plan, all is possible, and hold light to your vision as you're being called to climb to new heights. And only you understand what that inner wish and dream is, Craig. But it's there for you. Just keep going. I think it's beautiful. All right. Thank you, Craig and T-Lynn. T-Lynn, you got two. Today is your ex-sister-in-law. Who's ex-sister-in-law? He presented info on where her son is. Today's her birthday. She passed in an accident years ago. And then this says, may I ask for a message from my sister-in-law, Mary? Today's her birthday, and I just located an infant son she left behind all those years ago.
I think what I'm feeling is, I think in your heart you already know. I feel like the answer is this warmth in the heart. I thank the Holy Spirit. The guidance I receive is you had a purpose in accomplishing something, and you called in the resources to find. And herself is a part of this story,
Mm-hmm.
the still way. And I thank you for being the person who does care enough to do this.
Mm-hmm. I
She
mean,
said to locate him was a special treat. I can't even say how special.
right. Are you cultivating a relationship with her son? I feel like it was just the way that was to be. That's the way it played out. I don't. It seems like effortless. Like this is the way it was. Hold on one sec. Yes, I'm sorry. Let me say this to Craig. I saw you guys in the car. I think she wants to go on a drive. Yeah. No, you always get dressed up for her. That is so cute. Yeah. Okay, Tegan. I don't know if you can like elaborate any more information on that. Are you located her son? Are you guys cultivating relationship? I guess this is what keeps coming up for me. Are you getting anything on that?
I'm just a little caught up in how much I wasn't aware of it in the heartfelt way until the word special treat. As soon as I guess she was speaking that, I thought I was just relaying something. And then all of a sudden I felt my voice catch. And I felt her being aware that this is, it's hard to express just how much she cares.
Mary. Yeah, Mary, of course. Yeah, she's, I mean, she is definitely watching her family members and, is there anytime anyone wants to talk or
She says,
notice.
Valerie, hold your heart open to the truth. You can shepherd him, the boy, shepherd her to the boy. She's saying something, Valerie, you've got a clue. I hope it's okay to say that.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, Mary, the boy was an infant this afternoon visiting her memorial page on Kind Grave info. His info popped up. Dad disappeared with the boy. Don't know if he'd be open to contact. Oh, yeah, he would. Of course he would. I think he would love to hear about his mom. You know, what may not have looked like it was a good idea 5 or 10 years ago is different now. I'm feeling like he would like to hear about his mom and get some closure. Let's see, it was from your sister-in-law. So I'm assuming his dad was your brother, and they disappeared with together. He disappeared with the boy. I feel like the boy would definitely be open to. He's a very a lot of these, all the generations after me, a lot of these kids are just born with these sweet souls, that's how I feel. I feel like he has a very sweet, open soul, and he would love to hear about his mom.
You shined a special way when you said yes, yes, of course he would. There was something real special in your face. I feel like that was how she wanted that expressed.
Oh, that's cool. I hope that helps, Tina. And let us know. Keep us updated. We would love to hear about everybody, everyone, and all your updates. His dad was her second husband. Wouldn't remember us, but don't know if dad kept him aware of his birth mom. He's in his 30s now. Um, I don't know, but it would be another chapter to the book of what he understands his mom to be now, right? And then adding in more information. And what kid wouldn't want that? Really, right?
It's so good. It's the best. Yes.
Aw, that's so cool. I mean, that is so cool. I don't know if anyone left. Is anyone, Liz and all here, or SEB, Maureen or Ellen? We could do one more. RH unavailable. Let's see. If we got anybody left, we can do one more. And people cause confusion and try to control, right? Yeah, they do. Keep things simple. It's other people around me. Yeah. Oh, RU's here. Okay. RH. I'm saying it backwards. RH unavailable. I can't get the word out. My goodness. Okay. I had a bad relationship, and I'm wondering if I'm finally rid of safe from him for good. Thanks. Is there distance? Are you worried about your safety? No, I feel that you are stepping onto a new path. Like I don't see you on the old path. Like this path is lighted over here, and as you go onto the lighted path, it's like you have it's like the old battle wounds are just in the past. Right? You get a fresh start, a new. You get to choose the new path. Believe me, I understand. I wasted some time. I saw it, right? I used to say this. Bad relationships, I wasted all my time. I regretted it, blah, blah, blah. But in all honesty, it helped me become who I was. So even though that person or those people, I looked at them differently after a while because, it takes two, to be honest, I wasn't always easy, I could imagine. Let's see, not as much. It's getting better, but there's leftover fear. Okay, so that is a perfect thing to say right here, right now, because the Scorpio season, Black Moon North in Scorpio, what is that fear? You sit there and you go into that fear and you go, okay, who am I now? I'm safe. And always put your hand on your heart. I am safe. I am loved. And then talk about the fear. And you talk about it to your team, to your guides, right? And they'll come in and you'll get these messages pop in, or you'll get a download about it. But the thing is that you're acknowledging the fear. Once you acknowledge it, you can work through it and you can move on with your life, which is what I see for you going forward. You're moving on. It is scary, and it is like having PTSD and not sure on, am I gonna, is this gonna happen again? This is really good to learn a protection. Put yourself in a bubble of protection every morning. And I'm not saying it to be in a fear, to scare you. I do like an iridescent, goldy, sparkly bubble, right? It's just there. I call in dragons because I had a lot of that same stuff in my past. But, that's what I did for myself to make myself feel safe again. Because only we can say I'm safe, I'm secure, and know it, and take control of that. Am I saying that right, Kayleigh?
I thank the Holy Spirit. You want to notice that you've made a sanctuary a haven for yourself away from that feeling of that leftover feeling. Notice this haven exists. You want to remain in it. You want to give yourself a hand noticing it by saying, hey, I thank you so much, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for giving me a hand noticing my sanctuary is perfect. And remember it like I have let go. And recall that every time you have that thought about him arise, go back into your heart and say, my sanctuary, I have let him go. And notice that he is not really permitted to address you when you're in your sanctuary. So feel like residing in your sanctuary is your best place to reside. And remember, it's also how you want to live from here on forward. There is not a violation of your sanctuary permitted. And do not permit anybody else to come in there without vetting them very, very, very well, very thoroughly.
Yes, yeah, and that is like part of the lesson. Oh, we vet extremely. I mean, and it's not because of any other thing than I am learning to make better choices. Right, that's really all it is. And was that a bad choice? Really, any experience we experience, as far as my guides say, is part of your journey, good, bad, indifferent, and it helps you become who you really are. And as you keep going and going and going, let me just say something to Venus here. Venus, if he doesn't know he was adopted, I would say keep that. And I wouldn't want to be the person to say, hey, you're adopted, and they didn't know. That's just me, though. And I understand that if he does know, he's then looking for his biological family. That's, yeah. See, you, Venus, and T-Lin are both having the same thing. We don't know what the other person does or does not know. But you're feeling, okay, so why are these, this is how I handle that. Why are these thoughts keep coming in that I need to approach him, or should I let him know, or should I let him know? I mean, because this is 30 years for T-Lin, and that could be his mom wanting you to connect. But I don't want to say, I may feel into that. It's like spirit puts stuff in our minds, right? To do, to act on, and we have the free will whether to do that or not. And you gotta feel into that. What do you think on that one?
I was feeling like the recommendation I would give is to ask in the Holy Spirit if this young man, if this man would really appreciate noticing his sister, let them find one another. Let them find each other. And let it be that it's easy and effortless, and that it feels like it doesn't actually have to be in any way a doubt. Let it be that he comes clearly enough that you question it not, and you'll see him soon.
And I'm asking the pendulum for you, Venus. So Venus, let's contact her stepbrother. There's a reason why it's popping in your head for both of you, and I'm not sure what that is, because we're kind of at the end here. Don't want to upset him. T-Lin, I really think he will, that boy would like to know more about his mom. He already knows that. It's not knowing if you're adopted or not. It's that's a hard one. I don't know what I would do with that. And I'd ask spirit, like Kayleigh said, for sure. In RH, work through that fear. This is a really good time to work through fear during Scorpio season. And build your protection up around you. Build up what brings you peace. Like, do you call angels in? Do you call dragons in? Do you call your mom in? I mean, we all have that person or that situation that makes us feel at peace. And this is something you're learning, so take your time and build it the way that you would prefer, what you would like. Because like I said before, when we're younger, we don't know any of this. This is when we start to get our nudges or our outright, here you are, wake up, it comes in differently for each of us, but you know what's coming in, and follow your heart, follow your gut. Kayleigh and I will be here next Friday, and we will definitely hang out, and we would love to hear how everybody is doing, because I do think, like I said earlier, this is going to be a week of revelations. What I just heard, really, I even saw the word as I heard the word. So that's going to be for all of us on some level, and definitely as the collective going on. We love you. Is there anything you want to say, Kayleigh, before we go?
I hope we all can understand it's going to be a great idea to get clearer and clearer and clearer. And I feel like I need to do that as well. The clearer we get, the easier everything becomes.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get through this, guys. We're having an awakening process, an ascension process, I should say. All right, we love y'all very much. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Guys, be safe. Thank you for everything. Happy Halloween.
Happy Salvin.